Yeah. What I was saying, and I thought I was talking to somebody, and I wasn't talking to anybody, was that I'm still pretty glad to see that a lot of the people that have been playing the game that I knew in the past are still playing the game. So, I mean, Vessel, Fortis, Orion, Genji, I kind of had a beef with Vessel, because of that one incident, But he doesn't understand that whenever you demote somebody, when you think that you're going to manipulate with me with political relationships, that's when I say, fuck you, I'm out of here, I'm always that way. And it's just like whenever I'm sitting there in a squad and somebody says, a little bird told me that they thought our outfit was gay, which is a method of manipulation. And I was just like, fuck you, I'm out of here, The minute I hear stuff like that, the minute I hear somebody thinking that managerial jobs are actual work, because the AI is going to replace us, replace all the managers first. It's the first thing that's going to go, because there's nothing to management. All it is manipulating people, it's inspiring, encouraging people to do work that they don't want to do for money that they're not really wanting to be paid for, they want to be paid more, they're just not getting paid well enough. And so the manager's job is to make you think that we're a family and that we're all in this together and blah, 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 and blah, 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 blah. And the reality of it is it's not even biblical, okay? Keep in mind that slavery in the Bible was not unjust. It was just. It was when somebody who owed something would enslave themselves to somebody else in order to pay back the debt. You see, the black people that we enslaved in this country to attract the Europeans to America, those black people did not deserve to be slaves. They were not indebted to us for any reason. They were there against their will. That was unjust slavery. It's not even biblical. Not even biblical, okay? So it's seen as just pure evil, and it is pure evil. Even the settlers at the time, some of them were Christian, didn't even have slaves of their own, saw the other ones that had the slaves as being rather evil because they didn't even understand their own religion, They were justifying having slaves. And these are probably people that were treated as peons or whatever in some other kingdom. They come to America and they say, "Hey, I could be my own king. I have my own slaves." You're not paying them any. They're against their own will. That's a slavery we try to abolish. Then the 14th Amendment that was passed to protect the slaves and give them rights. The corporations came up with an idea that they could create law that would make a corporation look like an individual, so that if the corporation ever failed, the people in the corporation would be held responsible. They could leave, the corporation would just get dismantled, okay? But it gets identified as a person, you see, off the backs of the 14th Amendment. So basically, the companies that enslave us to them were made into individuals based on the law that we created to give rights to slaves, okay? Which is perverse. It's what our government does, and our people believe that everything is all right, is fine and dandy here. It's all bullshit, It's the Christians should know, and they just don't seem to care, or don't seem to know. But the thing is that I didn't realize this until much recent. Until I started doing some soul searching, until I started wondering, what am I really thinking here? What is this Christian stuff that I thought I believed? I do believe the Jesus stuff. I just don't believe that we're applying it in the right way. I think we're applying it in a very perverse and evil way. And Satan's been able to get us to think that we're doing good whenever we're really just kind of ignoring other people and preferring to live our own kind of hedonistic lifestyles. And I'd say that's probably the most evil that I'm doing here, is that it's hedonism. But I'm not. It isn't like I'm not paying somebody for it, am I? So Uh, there's a trick here. You have to wait, and then and then hold it down extra long, and then it gives you the choice of where to warp to. And there are people that say, "Oh, church, this truth and all that stuff." You said there are people that say, "Truth, you make up your own truth." And I said, "So you think it's okay if I go and fuck some children?" You see just what happened there? You see what happened there? There is truth in the universe, and there are things that, there are things that are bad, and there are things that are good. And you know what's good, and you know what's bad. It isn't that truth doesn't exist. It's just that some people want to define their own truth, which is basically to say, we want to find the truth. And finding truth is fine. Saying that there is no truth is bullshit. There is truth. There are the people that want you to believe there is no truth. Those are the demons hiding. Those are the wolves in sheep's clothing that are hanging out among us and pretending like there is truth. But you have to understand what's really bad, and that's the people who engineer torture. They torture people with ideals. They torture people with philosophy. They have a philosophy, and then they use that philosophy to ruin people's lives. That's dangerous. And for some people, it's a religion, and they'll believe that religion, but then they feel like everybody has to pander. They just all have to fit into, their worldview, and if they don't, then there's a good reason to probably shoot you, or kill you, And if you go and you look in the Bible and look at, I don't have a problem with someone marrying somebody at age 15, okay, or 13, as long as they consented to it and that they wanted in their life, That sounds evil to some people. There was a time whenever we've got people in our past, in our family history trees, in our trees. We have parents back there who were age 13 when they married. Okay, they do exist. Believe me, they do exist. And you can't tell if they were quite aware or if they were not aware at all. I mean, just as you have in the South people who start having families at age 13. I mean, these people do exist. There are people in other countries that force children into marriages like that, which is evil. I'd say that's non-consenting. The child didn't consent to that. That was the family to put the child in that position. That, to me, is the same as rape. So, if somebody doesn't consent to it, if they're being put into some mode in order to think that, or they're forced into it some way unnaturally, if they're led to it, then that's unnatural. That isn't right. There are kids who are age 13. They've already got their PhDs. And if they want to get married, they should be able to get married, right? Can you imagine that, being like 13, 14, 15 years old? You already got your PhD, and your parents are saying, no, you can't get married until you're 18. I'm sure that kid would probably have left home and had already gone and find somebody, by that time. But given somebody that smart, they probably realized the marriage wasn't where it's at either, So, but I'm saying you have to kind of think about things a little bit. You can't just paint everybody by the same paintbrush, So, okay. Let's see what we're gonna do. And one thing I like to do is go around the hexes and see how many people are in each hex. So there's like nothing there. So there's like a VS guy. He's probably going to take. That's probably a good one right there. That would be a great. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to drop in there as a infiltrator. And then I'm going to become a part of a squad that's fairly large, and the AT&T originals. I'm not an original, of course. I'm an original. I'm just not an AT&T original. I'll go to Vic 98. He's on Bravo. This is probably where they shove all the people that are not really being all cohesive. Because I know they do that. I know OEO does it, and pretty much everybody does it, you know. They take all of their Randys and they stick them in a separate squad because they know they're not going to be sticking to the entire thing, you know. But when you need numbers and you do that steel rain, you want everybody to be in there, you know. I guess that would be a good reason to do it. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to drop down with a scythe. My favorite way of getting to anywhere on Planetside. If I want to get anywhere, that's the way I do it. I don't take Hertz rent a card. I take Hertz rent a scythe. You know, it costs almost no money. It's just nanites. You know. Whoa. Okay. I wonder at what point do we get to actually use the holiday hats, because they're supposed to give you like a 50%. Oh, you know what? I think I might have passed. No, it's right over there. I see it. They're supposed to get a 50% XP boost if you use the holiday hats, and I've got one, but it won't let me use them. I haven't checked recently because there was an update. I think I'll go buy it and go someplace else. Let's go over here. Let's go to this place, this joint. This is some place, I think. Is there something here, you think? Maybe not. Oh, I don't know. Oh. Where am I? Okay. I'm on Planetside. Somewhere. Okay, yeah. Okay. I'm probably gonna die. Yeah. It was too heavy a drop. Okay. Okay, let me see. Oh, it's gonna let me spawn somewhere. Yay. Okay. Okay, so who's getting rid of this vehicle? Is it somebody who didn't want to spawn here, or it's usually what it is? Let's go over here. There you got an open vehicle terminal right there. Look, if you kill me, if you're watching and you're watching just to kill me and you do it enough times, I'll stop streaming. So, if you want to do it every now and then, but don't do it all the time. That's all I ask, you know. It isn't that I'm doing this because I'm stupid or anything. It's not that I'm doing this to get lots of people watching. It's because I'm half gamer, half evangelist, and I'm an unpaid evangelist. I don't want to even. I think to be paid to do evangelism is really stupid, and you should be working doing something else other than just the evangelism. Because if you're not if you're not breathing it, then it ain't in you, and you probably shouldn't even be doing it. So it says I think it says in the Bible, and I don't read the Bible enough, so I'll say that. It says in the Bible that you should have His words on your lips. It doesn't say that you have to read the Bible every day. If you get enough of it to be dangerous, then that's all you need, or to be good. Dangerous. Well, same kind of idea, just a different flip on it. And so the thing is if you don't have something to say, if you have nothing to live by, to kind of decide how you do things, and then you probably shouldn't be doing it. You see, keep in mind, I picked out the wrong Sunday. Keep in mind that Paul didn't. Let's see. Let's put this out here, and that out there, and do this again. Paul didn't. He wasn't a paid evangelist, was he? People might have been sending him. They might have been sending him funding. But am I right? Didn't he wasn't he like a tent maker? He made tents. Paul made tents. The guy who wrote Acts made tents. The guy who wrote Corinthians made tents. That's what he did. He made tents. He wasn't like rolling in dough. He didn't have a nice limousine. He didn't have a beautiful girl by his side. He didn't have any of that stuff. He made tents. Okay. And then you see these guys that are going on the television saying you can pray the prosperity prayer and God will give you money. I say, look, is God going to want to be an ATM machine? No. Heck no. That's what you get whenever you deal with me. Oh, where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay. So you want to do this too? You want to do that? What your friend just did there? You want to do it too? You want to have another good? Okay, listen. Yeah, whatever. A bunch of wannabes. They want to be tough. They want to be top of the game. You know what us guys do to get all these toys? We spend money. I've thrown at least $200-300 at every single character I've got on this game. On every time I've played it, I've at least supported these guys. Maybe have paid for a few vacations for the guys at Daybreak with the money I've thrown at this game. So it isn't that I'm just a fantastic player. About the best thing that I can do is shoot down air vehicles with a Ranger, just like what I did there. And sometimes I change the course of the war. Sometimes I send stuff to Daybreak to let them know that they're not doing it right. And I mean, there's business suggestions I have for them that I think would be really beneficial. It would be more truthful to people, like that. They start buying up buildings in every town, in places where nobody can have a business anymore because of COVID, and the people who have the real estate and all that stuff have to come to the realization that you're not going to get them filled up with people that have money anymore. And the reality is, where are you? This same guy, is he trying to do this again to me? Keep in mind, I'm an infiltrator. He's not going to find me. Let's go into the trees. It'll be harder for him to do stuff here. And on top of that, he has to pick the... Oh, this is what you do in order to make it really hard for the... Okay. Okay. This is a bulldog, by the way, so if I get some tanks come nearby, and I'll just shoot my bulldog at them. So whenever you get into Planetside and you're kind of wondering what is it that I need when I get into Planetside and I get my payback after about rank 15 and you get all your certs back, what are you going to buy? Two things. My two favorite choices. One is an ant with full scout on it. So my second choice is I mean, that's my new first choice. My second choice is an Invisi Sunday. Those are the two things that you want to get. Not a new gun, not I mean, if you're a sniper, upgrade your motion beacon but then get a light assault with ambusher jump jets and 2C4 if you want to put it into infantry. But put it into something that's going to give you some variety, because the guns are pointless. The kill death rate, KD ratio, and all that stuff. That's the phallical reference that both women and men use in this game. You know, how good you can do with a gun. That's bullshit. I'm strategy. I'm all about strategy. I'm about putting Sundays in places people don't expect, which this is not. But I was being chased by a mosquito. The mosquito was coming here. You know, this is not a good choice for another reason. Is that it's a straight shot to the flag from the Sunday. If you set up your motion beacon, you can see people streaming in from the Sunday, and you know where the Sunday is. What the harassers are going to do, and the tanks that are looking for Sunday is going to do, is they're going to have proxy on them, and they're going to go around looking to see where blips are occurring in large numbers, and they'll go there and they'll take those places out. So the solution to that is you make yourself like an engineer. This is an engineer with sensor 4. I need sensor 5, and I've also got the safe fall 5 on it. It means if they run me over, I just bump off their tank, and so I get this. And when they come up to the tank and they're about to blow it up, then I get out and I'm getting a little self-conscious because I'm starting to hear air vehicles coming in. And so, but you see, you go up to the tank and you put on your C4. Hopefully they won't even notice you doing it. And the NGs are even more lethal than the ambusher jump jets, because the ambusher jump jet guys can only use 2 C4. An NG can use 3 C4. NG can take out a deployment shield Sunday without even doing the whole, okay, I'm going to put 2 C4 on there, I'm going to do 2 rounds of what is it, those rockets. So you'd like do 2 sound rockets, 2 C4. You blow the once you get the shield gone, you blow the C4, and then you shoot the rest with rockets. That's what you have to do as a light assault. As an engineer, all you have to do is throw 1 C4 on there. It'll throw the shield, put 2 C4 on there, blow it, something like that, and it'll kill the Sunday. It won't take much after that. Maybe, I don't know, if you've got yourself an anti-tank or an anti-vehicle grenade, throw that at it, and that would be the end of that. But I've gotten rid of deployment shield Sundays as an NG, and it's a lot easier than if you do it as a light assault. And I've done plenty of light assaults with that as a deployment shield. If you've got a lot of those C4 ferries flying around, you get a blockade Sunday. They're a lot harder to take. They're a lot harder to deal with. You can't just throw C4 on a black-eyed Sunday and take it out. You have to use something else, because blockades are what you use against light assaults that are dropping C4 on you. So, whoa, am I still in the? Am I still in AT&T? Let's see. Social. So, elusive. Oh, it's just. It isn't an AT&T squad, is it? Yeah. Some other kind of. Is that AT&T? Oh, I can't check what's on unless I'll just leave. I'm curious though. Abyss. Yeah, I don't see any AT&Ts. All I want is the all I'm really wanting is the so now we're gonna really deserve it. So oh, you know what I'm missing here? I need to get the engineer with get the heavy there. Okay, so I go in, go back in. So I got my oh, that's that. That was interesting. Anybody want a massive mooning? There you go. Ouch, that hurt. Hear that click? That was me getting more rockets. Let's see. And also noticed that I had counterintelligence on, so now that guy's lit up. Hey. Somebody over here having a Elysium jamboree or something, I don't know. Okay, maybe not. Let's see. Oh, it goes back to warp gate. I wonder if this warp gate has the silos of the springboards. They did when they still had them up north, but I think that's only on the southernmost one where they didn't really change much of anything. I don't think we're practically not even supposed to be on the map according to this. How does that get to be? Because is there any like little? No, there's nothing out there. Okay. I'm just gonna do this one for the fun of it. Not that I have anything. I still need to work on my galaxy. But you know, you go around and ram vehicles. You know, that's. Then you know what? I have the wrong character. Yeah. I'll find some VS territory and change characters. Let's go over here. You can't even. Yeah, you can't do that. So go over here. Yeah. Okay. Is there something down there? Ah, I see it. Okay, there we go. Oh. Oh man. Well, that guy's. Let's see. I'll go back out and I'll maybe you make use of them again. Whoa. Can't enter them. It won't let me. Yeah, for some reason. Okay. Interesting. I'll use a vehicle. Normal vehicle. Yeah, if your desire is to kill me and you're going to kill me as an air vehicle, think twice, because it's my favorite thing to fight with is a ranger. I'm a ranger dude. You can see right there, I got a ranger on that ant. And this ant is going to be an easy kill. However, it's got mind guard on it. I don't know if that was something I was going to buy with certs, is I was going to upgrade this guy's mind guard. I don't think it's a full mind guard. I think it's one short of a full mind guard. So I have to go in and upgrade the mind. This is so cool looking. Yeah, nice. Somebody really worked on making this look cool. That's some cool lighting right there. Somebody's like, I'm gonna put my mark on this game. I'm gonna make it look cool. Put some cool lighting in there. So it's definitely an architecture major that was just like looking for something to do that's outside of the realm of the usual architecture job. Translating blueprints. That's what a friend of mine used to do. He'd take badly badly. He'd take blueprints from bad architects and convert them so that good architects could read them. So I don't know why I'm. Oh, this is what I wanted. Yeah, what I wanted was a vehicle. And you get to go through all sorts of little mazes to get to where you want to go. Maybe that just confuses, you know, if you have to fight somebody, it confuses them. Okay, and yeah, oh yeah, what I was going to do, I was going to increase the mine guard. I think that's the right number. Yeah, it is. Okay, so I had right. Oh, that's what it was missing, is I needed, let's upgrade that. High-speed chassis, and mine guard, and scout 4. And is there any other things that you can do on there? Transport cloak, sea barrier. Oh, wow. Let me try that. So if I buy this one, what's the next upgrade to that? Do it again. Is it still that way? Oh, it drains. It's less Corsham, I guess, is the idea. So you don't need as much Corsham to do it. So I could have the, it could be kind of a, it could save me from getting as much damage as normal 20%. And I think I'll do that. But it only works if I've got Corsham in my guy, which would be a good reason to use Corsham, and then you can make money. I mean, you can make certs off of, yeah, that's because you get the scout radar thing doesn't give you any Corsham. I mean, doesn't let you use Corsham. So it's like you use the Corsham and you see, look at what we got here. It's just what I need. It's just what I needed. I needed someone to feed. This isn't just what I needed. It gave me someone to feed, yeah. Oh, baby. I don't mind you coming here, wasting all my time. 'Cause when you're standing oh so near, I kinda lose my mind, yeah. It's not the perfume that you wear, and it's not the ribbons in your hair. Actually, it is for me. 'Cause I don't mind you coming here and wasting all my time. I don't mind you hanging out and talking your sweet. Doesn't matter where you've been, as long as it was deep, yeah. I know you met you well, and you look so fancy, I can tell. I don't mind you. Oh, now. Oh, see. I guess it's just what I needed. Oh. Okay. You know what the problem with that is? I can only use it whenever I'm not gunning. So, let's see. Let's go down here. I guess that's the next point on the list. You know what? I'm going to change my mind about this ant, because that's not a big enough deal to be running an ant. For me, it's either scout or it's going to be invisi. So let's buy up the transport cloak item and upgrade it and upgrade again. Can we can't upgrade it, as I think that I used up all my upgrade. No, so I use transport cloak. But you know what? I'm actually going to use my scout radar, because you can make money. You can make certs with the scout radar. So now, if you see somebody do that, they leave another vehicle behind, or they get a second vehicle, and you don't have that kind of vehicle, take it the vehicle, because then it becomes yours. See, that's like if you have some friends around and you want to give them, like, you want to teach them how to use a certain kind of tank, you can set up the tank, and then you can just have each one, you can spawn a tank, you know, put on your nanite boosters, spawn a tank, one guy gets in it, you spawn another tank, they own that previous one, spawn another tank, then another tank, and then, you know, then you can do your little tutorial session with them on how to run that tank. Or you can do that in battle, you know, if you need more firepower. You know. That's how you do it. What's going on here? Okay, whatever. I'm trying to lure them away is what I'm trying to do. Trying to attract them. I don't want them to go to the Sunday, you know. So now if I stay here, then we should pretty much win this. See, the thing is that this is like 100-meter. It's a half Valk, is what it is. Valks can do a 200-meter radius. This can do a 100-meter radius. Same kind of radar, just it's a half Valk radar. It's not up in the air. It isn't an easy target. The Valks are very easy on armor. They're easy to kill. Ants are less so. Somebody, you know, you get an air you get a light assault come in. And this is the worst thing you can do is because unless you're a light assault, I can see you on the map, and I'm going to run you over. Because I'm going to be like, hey, roadkill. That's the reason why you don't want to be around me when you're so that all down all your air vehicles. This is where, if you're the enemy, that you want to get your EMPs out. You throw EMPs at that Sunday, and then the mines will blow up, and you get a good, nice kill there. You know. Now it's kind of a mortal sin not to put motion beacons next to Sundays, especially in busy Sundays. But now this guy's found it. We just put it there anyhow. Okay. And I'm going to see. Let's do engineer with. How about some tank mines? So. You know what? Guess what? Guess what? Oh, you got me. Oh, wrong. I need to change that one, or have a different setup. And this is where I turn into light assault dude with rocket that you can't really tell is behind you. Now, all you have to do is show a tank guy this. You want to come over here? We got some light assault fun over here. You want to come over here? They're like, oh fuck no. That's tank guys don't like seeing that shit, especially when there's like 2 or 3 guys doing that at the same time. So even if you don't have C4 and you do this a lot, you got full ambush or jump jets, they're like, fuck no, I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. Okay. We need to use our anti-air or whatever we got on this sucker. So okay, there's one here. Okay. I don't think that's a. I don't think that mosquito's in the air. Okay. That was actually not a good idea, and it's good that it didn't blow up. Now, if an air vehicle comes up to you, and you're a light assault, and they're like right in your face, and they're about to shoot you, shoot them with your rocket gun. These are really lethal to air vehicles. Air vehicles cannot last. I can be up over, say, a Liberator with a rocket gun, and I've, 3 or 4 rounds of this sucker should take out the Liberator. That's because they underestimate their yeah, not gonna list that bunch. Okay. So go over here, because this is the base with the most confusing methods of getting around, because they would probably distract the enemy, and I can't even figure out how to get the vehicle terminal in this thing. So I'm going to go let's see, double, there needs to be double Rangers on this. So put a double. Actually, a Ranger, it's not bad for this guy to have a Ranger and what would be better is a Fury if I had the money for it. We'll put a Bulldog on one end and the Ranger on the other. Okay, shield diffuser. Oh, that's my stealth one. And this is a nice, cheap Sunday. You don't really have to get like a high cert deployment shield Sunday. They're not impossible for a light assault to take out, but they're not easy. You need more than one light assault to take one of these guys out, usually. If they're not unskilled. If they're skilled, one should do it, but it takes them time to do it, And so I'm just gonna stick this guy. See, where am I? This is nowhere. Stick him. We'll find some place to stick him. Ooh, that's at the old. Hey, there'd be a lot of little places you could. This would create a non. Yeah. That would create a kind of a strange path for people to go through to get to the next base. And all you really, you don't want to put it too close for the noobs, The noobs are gonna, you don't want to put it too far for the noobs because The noobs, they spawn on something like that, they're going to kill the Sunday. So you want to put it in some place that's a little confusing for them, so they can understand that this probably wasn't the Sunday to appear on. I don't know. That was a great way of deciding that, but the idea here, the ideology that I'm using, the whole gist of what it is that I'm doing here, is I'm trying to make it a challenge for the people that would be spawning on this thing to figure out how to get out of here. And you know what? It's all underground. It's not even here. It's a place that was, and you know, so we just stick it right here, or we stick it somewhere where it's not going to get easily hit by passing vehicles. So maybe I've not looked at this one. This looks familiar. I've not looked at this specific one. Yeah. Well, this wasn't a great choice anyhow. So what are we trying to do? We're trying to get close to maybe this guy. So we put it like somewhere over here, maybe right there. Is that a good spot? You know, that's a good spot for a Sunday right there. It's in this crevice, like right down here, somewhere down there, or in some. You put them down there. It's not a place that a harasser is really going to want to pass by a whole lot. If it's really bumpy, it's kind of like, no, I don't want to be there. You know, I'd rather be somewhere where it's completely flat. So they don't want to be doing wheelies and risking the chance of flipping their vehicle. So you put it like somewhere like here. This is not so good because it's high, because it's an easy shot. But if you put it like over here against the wall, if you could put it against the wall. So you have to kind of think about what's going to be easy for them. And that's not so easy. I mean, for me, from what I mean, light assault. Okay. And is this our territory? No, it is. So I think what I'll do is I'll set up some anti-vehicle stuff. We'll just spruce up the tree a little bit here, spruce up the spruce, give it some variety. Because they're probably going to try to hit here eventually. And what you want them to do is you want them to veer from these and go for the hills. And if they're going really fast at the Sunday and they figure they're going to hit, they're going to be able to get some kills from people just spawning here. They have to be prepared for the chance that they might jump over the other end and flip their car over. So it's a no-brainer for them whenever it's a Sunday on a flat surface. But whenever it's a Sunday on a hill, it's kind of like, no, I don't want to do anything with that, you know. So but these guys are best whenever they're kind of well protected, like there's not a really good straight shot to them. I'm not talking about these mines I've got here. So the place you put these is kind of like under the vehicle, just one because you don't want to kill everybody. So you put one there, and maybe there is a guy coming up over the. He's coming up along the wall. Did I put one over there? One that might be coming up along the wall, coming over to get under our Sunday. And then I put up a Spitfire. So I mean, this isn't an Invisi Sunday, so putting up a Spitfire should be okay, you know. What is with that tree? It's like not even, it's, yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, that's interesting. So, and you can keep all this stuff that I've spawned here. I can even have a hard light barrier. Those guys are the Spitfire and everything is going to stay. So I'm going to just put up one of these things, like make it like if a guy comes in here, you know, do that, and then I can go ahead and get my anti-vehicle turret going. So I switch to that. All this stuff is remaining. The hard light barrier, the Spitfire, the mines, everything's still there. If I plop this down, is it all going to disappear? No. The hard light barrier disappeared. The Spitfire remained. So I guess that was the only difference. But this is like a cousin of the Spitfire, you know, because it's in the same place. So it shouldn't. You know, why did the hard light barrier disappear? But you can always have a second hard light barrier, so you know you can still have your hard light barrier if you needed it. The only reason to have a hard light barrier is if you need to get over a barrier, because it's great if you've got like there's some place that, such as Matherson's Triumph, that you want to get your vehicle inside. You can get inside there with a hard light barrier, using it to prop your car up over that one little orange box that goes up over the side, and you can get your vehicle on the inside by yourself. And so the other reason we might have it is to draw enemy fire, because if you get some like 250 of those destroyed in your NG, you can actually rack sim your NG armor on that. I'm just having enemy like shooting down your barriers 250 times. Somebody might do it unofficially by going and, you know, cross-factioning, going to the faction on the other end and having them shoot at the barrier several times. But not to say that Daybreak won't be able to detect that you've done that. So, but why would they care? All they care about is money, you know. So the only thing I've ever rack-simmed is my C4. Because, I mean, what is a rack sim anyhow? It's vanity. That's all it is. It's just vanity. Look what I can do, you know. And I'm just like, yeah, that goes real far with me, you know. That's not skill. That's vanity. That's look what I can do, you know. Think of Stuart in that TV show, Mad TV, you know. Every now and then he goes, look what I can do. That's vanity. That's every time I think about anything. People wearing nice clothes, things like that. That's nice, but if you're just wearing it because of how much it costs, then that's vanity. You know, I do it. I'm not going to say that I don't do vanity. I'm just saying that it doesn't really count for much. If you think about it, it's not going to draw people's attention to you. It's just going to make people think that you're a complete, that you're a snob. You're a snot. You're going to be like, this guy thinks that he's big, and he doesn't realize that I don't give a shit. You know. Now, some people will say, "I don't." Nobody here gives a shit. And I'm saying, well, aren't you the one to tell what everybody else is thinking? You know, because that's what they think everybody else is thinking. They're just like Donald Trump. When Donald Trump went to Bezos and said, you know, Bezos bought up his own news he brought up the Washington Post, and Trump was like, he's having them print lies, and the truth of the matter is that he wasn't doing anything with the news organization itself. He was just funding them, and he was improving their facilities. He wasn't asking for favors. And the reason why Trump would say such things is because Trump projects his mentality on everybody else. He projects how he would do things on other people, and then he assumes that they've made the choices he would make. See? And so he assumes, so if he treats people like they're going to use their news organization in order to spread lies, if Trump had access to a news organization, that's what he would do. And that's because that's what he expects of other people, is what he expects of himself. He believes everybody mirrors his own thought process, that there's people always out to get him. And Bezos said, no, I want these guys to do really well. I'm not there to make them print my liberal or whatever it is you think that I'm going to choose agenda, and that's what vanity's like that. It's just, people are going to value me more for what I wear, It's the reason why people go to nudist beaches, is so that they don't have to spend a whole lot of time at home wondering what they're going to wear whenever they go to the nudist beach, because you're going to wear your birthday suit. That's what you're going to wear. Okay, can I wear this? Can I wear it? No, not yet. Darn it. Okay. Okay. Since there's all these air vehicles flying by me, I'm gonna get I'm gonna get the Annihilator or some swarms. Swarms are kind of all the rocket things. The swarms are your transvestite of rocket launchers, because they'll go either way. They're the trisexual of rocket launchers. They will go, hey, how's it going? He's like, dude, I'm trying to be like unseen, and you're like bringing a rocket here. You're gonna make me. It's gonna show me up, dude. You're cramping my style, something like that. Okay, I can go elsewhere. I don't need to be there in order to shoot down air vehicles. But I'm just gonna. This is what I do sometimes. I will go around the map, and I won't even pull out a vehicle line. I'll just do the infantry thing, just so I can keep the vehicle. And the vehicle, it needs to be refreshed, so I have to go around there and refresh the vehicle. And it isn't always the case that I'll, actually I'm going to keep the air vehicle, keep the vehicle just in case they do come in here. It doesn't look like there's a chance of that, particularly because it's way too far. And yeah, so I'm going to go in with my aunt, and yeah, Scott Radar, and we're going to go for I think is it Matherson's that I'm seeing there? Something. What's that? Sarah. Let's see, which would be better. I think this would be better. I'll do that first. Now this is not so good. If you got an ambusher jump jet. You can jump over this wall and get me. As long as there's a building nearby that you can do it on. I mean, they've got other things to think about inside there than drop on me with some C4. So the thing to do here, so I'm going to put this here, then I'm going to go and get myself the thing that light assaults hate, and that's a Spitfire. And proxy mines. I'll put this here. And then that gives them the incentive to come over the thing and take out my vehicle. You know, it pays to know how to light assault, because then you know what light assaults value. Okay. So put that there, and put one up on the stone. One up here if I can do it. Or there. Can't do it. No. That's what I was trying to do before, wasn't I? Trying to get up there. Yeah. So I go up here. And put another one up there, like there. And another. And so then the light assault is like seeing that, and I can just like be doing that stuff, you know, so they can see my vehicle. But this is a cert farm, because the guys are dying, or you know, anybody that's seen on the radar, I get searched for when somebody kills me. Like, thank you for spotting that guy, and I'm like, what? I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting here. That's all you're doing. I'm sure it's the same for people with Valks. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to sit here, and I'm going to sit back far enough. They'll be coming from over here. Yeah. So in this area, I have to look. Probably get a reason to get on the other end of this thing. There we go. So the idea here, get on a really rocky terrain. You notice how it's like really smooth around here. Rocky terrain with trees like that, but hide it a little bit. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to do that. So I put my guy there, and the harassers are not going to want to deal with that, because it's kind of going up a hill. The only thing they're going to do is they're going to do it from far off, but they might do it close up. But they're probably going to stick me last. Now the light assaults on the other end are a different matter. They won't have any problem with this. And so I need to put up a Spitfire. Thankfully I got another one. So I put up a Spitfire like right here. And get in the vehicle. I don't know if that guy needs ammo, but I sure don't have it. Yeah, good game. We still got 31 minutes. They're saying good game. Does that mean that they won or something? Yeah, they won. They're going good game. They're saying, you didn't win. Yeah, but we're kicking your ass now. Yeah. I mean, there's no telling. We might be able to cut you off from some major land. You know, look at what the map looks like. If we just cut off your center part there, then all that other land doesn't exist, and you're now almost equated to us. You're no longer 100. You're like somewhere in the 30s. So if we cut through, if we take, and I don't think this is going to happen, ESA Tech Plant, Untapped Reservoir, and Free Amp, or what is it? I'm going to tell my faction this. I don't think that they're going to say, well, we can do this, but so I guess the push is to probably warp gate them. Oh, I guess they were at Cerro. I don't know what I'm thinking. Oh, wait 1 second. No, it's our base. TR is trying to take it. That's right. Okay. I knew there was something wrong going on there. I didn't know what it was. I wasn't thinking. It's another thing that happens whenever you're super stressed is you don't think very well. I'm not really super stressed. I'm just not thinking. Now, the only way to really tell if you're stressed, and I'm not checking this right now, it's clinical stress, is when your heart rate's higher and your blood pressure's higher. That's clinical stress. That's what the nurses check you for whenever you come in. And if you're super stressed, then okay, I'll put out my Spitfire and I'll kill you with my Spitfire. Oh no, I know how this one's gonna end. Maybe if I even have a chance. This is my I don't want to be shot run. You go random, and then you do this random run. I don't want to be shot. Don't shoot me. It's getting something. What's going on there? You know, I got away. Maybe not. Tank sure don't want to go here. It's like my tank could turn over if I went after this dude. You know, I thought for certain I was going to die there, or at least my character was going to die there, not me. But I could have died there if I was stressed enough. Yeah, I probably could have died from exhaustion playing this game. You know. Okay. Uh-oh. You can hear there's a tank nearby. Do you really want to come over here? Do you really want to come over here? No. I'm going to redeploy because I'm so okay. Let's see. Yeah, we're not going to do anything, but I was at least giving people a little bit of hope there. That if we take on enough of if we take on these bases, because the thing is that to lose to the dumb blondes of Planetside is just, it just doesn't speak volumes about, you know, your faction. Whenever you lose to TR, unless you're TR, then you lose to yourself. That's, you know, it's quite different. Okay. So what we're doing here, the trick here, the reason why you pick Spitfires and proxies is because you got guys that are jumping up the size of this thing. And you coming out here, you're going to drop a proxy there. That wasn't the right place to put it. The place to put it is there. And then you put one on the other side here. And then you stick maybe a Spitfire there. So we'll put it right here. And just as before, I said that I could get myself another. I'm keeping the Spitfire. And I'm going to get my, I'm going to change the turret. I'm going to change it to an infantry turret. So get that guy out. Oh, it didn't take. I selected it, but I didn't tell it to deploy it. There. Okay. Now it's still there. So what I do is I find some spot over here. What I really need to do is I need to get down and I need to get a recon out. We don't have recon out. That's the only reason why we don't have these points, is because there's nobody doing this. See? Now we can see them. We know where the enemy is. We know it to fight. And I could go out there and help them, you know. that would be the way to fix that problem. So I'm getting kickbacks from all these. Okay, where is it? It's that way. Okay, it's over here. And we hop over the side. Oh, I forgot where I was. Oh. I thought it was at Matherson's Triumph. It's... Yeah, it's going to be a lot harder to take that. The solution there is still to use the recon. Because that's something that snipers don't do. It's recon. It's something you do. If you're not a sniper, if you don't consider yourself a sniper, at least get the motion beacons, because snipers are not going to use them. At least don't use the stupid darts, because the darts, they only last about 15 seconds. And you could even throw an EMP at a dart just as you can do a beacon, and it'll go away. So that's another reason to throw out EMPs. So I throw EMPs out, and this ruins it for some of the enemy. So just random dart, go down here, put a beacon like right here, and if your enemy can, if your friends can see where the enemy are, if your allies can see where the enemy are, then it gives them confidence they can go after the flags. And that's what we're trying to do here. So that's secure. What we need is to see that's way up on the hill. Do this. Oh, that was really smart. Yeah, good, nice C4. It worked. Okay. Okay, now what I'm going to try to do here is okay. Oh. Yeah. See it. It did do a dent in me. Look at that. All those mines. Total waste. And that's part of the reason why I use ants with the and then I can hang out up here. Would have been nicer to have a bulldog on this sucker. Maybe I can put it behind here, get off to the side so I can't really see it. And then I do this. See what I'm saying about changing the direction of the war? I put out the recon, then my guys start taking the sites. I bring out a proxy ant, which if there's any enemy nearby, they're going to get shown up unless they have a censored shield 5 implant. And I don't know how many of the recons actually do that, you know. Or anybody, you know. Anybody can have a censored shield 5 implant. I wonder if this is reaching all the way down the hill. So what I was suggesting to the faction, I was saying we could cut the baby in two. We could cut through TR's land and then just render them kind of like not having much. You can give them a run for their money, you know, and run through there and make it a good fight, even if you think you're going to lose. Losing is not everything, okay? Unless you're Trump. Losing is everything if you're Trump. Losing is not everything, okay? It's how you play the game. That's what me and my mom say whenever we're playing dominoes. It's not winning. It's playing the game. It's having fun. It's a stress reliever. If you're stressing out over losing, then you're not doing it right, okay? And don't listen to those guys that say that your KD ratio needs to be, you know, non-fractional. It doesn't matter. If I can change the position, if I can change the direction of the war, I just did all those naysayers in. Because if I change the course of the war over what I do, it's like the pen is mightier than the sword kind of idea. If I'm able to give directions on how we can win a game, then the losers who are the losers, what I consider KD guys that think about themselves, they don't think about the entire what they're doing there. Those guys are not very good at commanding people, making choices and stuff. So they'll look at you and they'll say, "Oh, your KD ratio is nothing." You know, that's merely the simplest "my dick is bigger than yours" argument. Just one thing, and that kind of sums up probably the reason why a lot of women hate men, is because they always judge themselves by their cock size, or they judge themselves by how much money they make, or things like that, not by what ideas are in their head whenever they make decisions, you know. And you can make or break a relationship with a woman over that. I haven't had a lot of relationships with women, but it's because I was seeking the wrong stuff, okay? Now, I can't even have a marital relationship whatsoever. So, because I have a trust that I rely on to be able to survive, and otherwise I have to go out and find a job, you know. And a lot of women want men that have money so they can have children and families, and, you know, have some happiness in their lives. And I'm not one of those guys. So like, how can you talk from the position of a woman, you know? Because I could kind of imagine a little bit what kind of crap they have to go through in order to get what they want in life. And I think they delegate that to other people. I think some of them delegate it to other people rather than owning into it. And I think men do the same thing too. They're like, I'm not having a happy life unless I have a wife, you know. Unless it's Christy Brinkley or somebody, you know. I'm kind of the same way, but the thing is now I'm realizing I can have all the women in the world I want. I just don't have to have all the women in the world. And I got them in the porn now. You know, I can look at them, get off, and that's it. And then I can care about the other women that I really care about. That, you know. So, okay, see ya. All right. So they're just telling me that they're going to bed, so I can't say too much now. But who's going to watch this? Only haters. I mean, maybe somebody likes me. It's the way I talk. Maybe doubtful. Haters. You know, you got to self-deprecate, you know, because sociopaths and psychopaths don't self-deprecate. You know, it's the definition of a sociopath or a psychopath is the absence of self-deprecation. You know, they're never going to speak badly of themselves. They're never going to humble themselves. They're always going to put their best foot forward. You know, they're saying, "I'm better than all these people." Blah blah blah. I do that, but I also go the other way with it. And part of it is just as a rule, you don't want to be recognized as somebody who doesn't have flaws, because then you're probably going to be recognized as a psychopath or a sociopath, because they spend all their time on their looks, how presentable they are, how, you know, clean, and they want people to think highly of them, you know. The only reason I would want to be thought of as valuable is maybe just to put up some ideas. And they can either fly or they don't have to fly. I mean, it's just suggestions, it's ideas. You know. At my worst, I'll tell everybody that this whole game is going this direction because you guys are not doing a good enough job. And by that night, by the time at the end of the day, I'm like, yeah, I suck. You have to do that, you know, because if you don't, then you're going to be egocentric all the time. You know, and I'm kind of doing that anyhow, because I'm doing the podcast bit, you know. It's a fantasy podcast bit, not real. You know. It's like something out of what was the name of that movie that had Robert De Niro in it, and he's like the king of comedy, where he basically holds comics hostages. He holds Jerry Lewis. He gets Jerry Lewis, holds him hostage, and then makes him satisfy his fantasy of being a great comic by getting Jerry Lewis to like reciprocate or something. It's just a crazy movie. I don't remember if that was what it was, but it was just this guy who has serious problems, who thinks that the greatest thing that he could ever be is a great comic, and he's not funny at all, and then he just lives this fantasy life of like being on the Tonight Show and things like that. Okay, so did we win it? We got 3 minutes left, and I'm just holding C up here. Are they going to do it? Probably not. But look, NC stopped fighting us. Well, the only reason why that is because there's that stupid electrical storm down there getting in the way. Hey, we got 81. Look at that. If we got some more territories, we might actually win it. Yeah. Well, we came close. I'm gonna go get something to eat. Come back. Mm-hmm. Okay, I have to restart this feed again. Probably still doing it. Yeah, no. Sorry, guys.